just make mistakes, and you just wish that you would have known that before you'd done it. Well, I went ahead and put 16 hours in this game, and then I went back and noticed that you can change settings, but there's only one way that you can change the gameplay settings. It's not like most other games where you can adjust in-game. You literally will have to start a whole new game. So I'm going to do a brief cover of how to do it, because unfortunately I'm going to start a whole new game. The 16 hours, I won't say it's wasted because I got a lot of knowledge, so I now know what I can do better, and I can give you guys the information. But starting with just getting the settings right. You want to go to a new game. If you want to just play straight vanilla with nothing changed to it, you can. The game is still perfectly fine doing that, but there's one thing I want to go over when it comes to customization. So in here, tax multiplier, I'm assuming if you start increasing it, it's going to make taxes a lot higher, or you can start lowering it, it's going to make taxes lower. I really don't want to do that. I want the game to be as original as possible. The one thing I want to change is the days per season, because I notice how quickly everything changes, so it's hard to prepare for a lot of things and get a lot done within a year, when the year is only 12 days long. Kind of goes by a little quick. So I kind of want to make it more realistic in a way, in the aspect of, I don't know, I think this playthrough I'm going to go, I feel like 15 is going to be a little bit long for each season, but you know what, we're going to go 15 days. I like it right there in the middle. What's the max? 30? So you can play for an entire, oh man, you could play almost 1 month for each season, so the game would actually be about 4 months long. That would be insane to play. That's like really drawn out. I'm gonna go with 15 because I know some of the missions are going to imply that you have to wait till like year 5 or whatever to do. I'm not going to do unlimited HP, stamina, food, water, or weight, because I feel like any one of those would break the game. Now if these had a slider where you can slightly adjust them, because you can't really get more HP in the game. You can get up to like, I think 130 max if you use a skill tree for it. Stamina, there's no way to increase stamina whatsoever. So like, I wish the devs would add something like a skill system to where if you are running around carrying a lot of weight, you can increase your stamina or strength factor, so you can also carry more too. But that's just my opinion. That's what I like to see. Kind of like in, I think it was San Andreas, where you could work out and you could get big and strong, or you could go to the freaking burger joints and wind up just eating and getting fat. But unlimited food and water, it's not hard to get food. Food's pretty easy to get. Water is always in abundance, especially if you have a water skin, so you can make the long travels. I'm going to keep the spoiling food, because once again I feel like that would break the game, because then your food just never runs out. You can keep it forever. I'm not going to touch the NPC multiplier or wood multiplier, because I feel, once again, I want to keep this as original as possible. And then animals HP and damage, I'm going to leave original too, because they have, like, deer already have a lot of HP to begin with. Deer have a lot. Same with bears, so I don't want to increase it, and I don't want to decrease it, because then wolves and boars just become too easy. The damage, I feel like the damage from the wolves are sufficient, and the bears already hit stupid hard. Poisoning, why not? There should be consequences if you're doing something wrong. And temperature, like, what's the point of having seasons if you're not going to have temperatures? So none of this stuff I am going to actually touch. So this is pretty much the settings that I'm going to start my new game on, that you guys will hopefully be watching along with me. Yeah, I think that's really just about it. The settings for right now are super simple. Once again, this game's still early access, so the devs aren't done working on it, but I have very few complaints about this game. If you're looking at potentially buying this game, I would highly recommend it. You can get lost in it, especially if you like games that have a lot of grind to it, but there's a lot of rewards for what you're doing with it. And you can always break the game, like carry unlimited weight, that way you can just walk around with 45,000 logs on your back and not be over encumbered. Or water, because you just want to live out in the boondocks and not have to worry about getting water so often, so that way you don't have to live near the rivers. yeah, this is what I'm gonna work with. So I hope you guys enjoyed this short little video. It's gonna be pretty straightforward just with the whole settings, but I wanted to bring this information forward, that way you guys don't start a game like I did, get invested into it, and then turn around and realize, damn, I could have increased the amount of days. Why didn't I do that? Can I do that now? No? Okay, so now I have to start a whole new game. So this is a way for me to give you some information without you having to make the same mistakes I did. So if you find this a little bit educational, please smash that like button. If you want to subscribe. It costs you absolutely nothing and it helps me out a ton. But I hope you guys have a wonderful day. This is the Mangy Mutt, and I am